There we go. Om Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Shivalinga Namaha. Om Shri Shivalinga Namaha. Om Gandham Samapayami. Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Gananadva Ganapati Nityanandvat Sripatigon Havamahe Nidinandvat Nidipatigon Havamahe Vaso Mamaham Jani Jagadamatamajakti Sarvadan. Ganesh invocation. Om Samukascha Kadantascha Kapilo Pitkarnakaha Lamborarascha Dikato Vignanasha Vinayakaha Dhumraketo Ganajaksho Balachandro Gajananaha Dvadashaitani Namani Yapate Chunyadapi Vidyarambe Vivahita Praveshe Nirgame Tata Sangame Sakate Chaiva Vignastasya Nijayate Vignapalikutāraya Shri Ganadhi Pataye Namaha Vakratunda Mahakarya Surikoti Samaprabha Havinam Kurume Deva Sarvakayeshu Sarvada Shuklam Bharadidam Vishnu Shashavanam Chetuvijam Prasannavananam Daye Sarva Vigna Pashantaye Navastesham Jayastesham Kutastesham Purajayaha Yesham Yanivarashamo Hridayasya Janardanaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Nanaratna Samayuktam Muktahar Vibhushitam Swanasam Asanam Chara Prachartam Pratigretam Om Nanaratna Samayuktam Muktahar Vibhushitam Swanasam Asanam Chara Prachartam Pratigretam Om Rashangam Gokulam Dupam Sugandhim Sumnaparam Kumastubhyam Vihara Parito Baba Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha a prayer to the earth. Om Prithvi Tvaya Trita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Natrika Tvanchadari Mam Devi Avitva Kuruchasanam. Om Prithvi Tvaya Trita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Natrika Tvanchadari Mam Devi Avitva Kuruchasanam. Om Prithvi Tvaya Trita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Natrika Tvanchadari Mam Devi Avitva Kuruchasanam. Oh, Goddess Earth, you are the protector and the supporter. You hold all the planes of existence, all the lokas, and Lord Vishnu is holding you. Oh, Goddess Earth, please protect us and purify our seats. And then protection mantra. It's called Digbandanam. It means the binding of space. Om Parve Rakshito Vinda Hagniyam Garudadvaja Yam Yam Rakshata Bharakho Nasimastu Nairite Varyam Kesavo Rakshet Vayavyadna Disudanaha Uttare Shidaro Rakshet Ishane Tugaradhara Urdvargabardano Rakstet Stachat Trivikramaha Evam Dastisho Rakshet Vasudevo Janardanaha Om Parve Rakshata Govinda Hagniyam Garudadvaja Yam Yam Rakshata Bharakho Nasimastu Nairite Varyam Kesavo Rakshet Vayavyadma Disudanaha Uttare Shidaro Rakshet Ishani Tugaradhara Urdvargabardano Rakshet Stachat Trivikramaha Evam Dastisho Rakshet Vasudeva Janardanaha. Okay, friends. Santosh here with the many forms of Shiva and Shivalaya Temple. Also included in the forms of Shiva is Hanumanji. And so first, I just want to thank you for joining me here this morning. Last week we had a little technical problem. One of the workers somewhere out cut the line and severed it. It took them like 2 days to fix it. So anyway, we're back broadcasting live from Shivalaya. If this is a newer experience for you, my name is Santosh, and this is Shivalaya. I do a little chai and chat to start with. This is homemade chai. Yum. And today is Hanuman and Prana power. And so just a little quick story on Hanuman. Hanuman is the son of Vayu, and Vayu is the wind god. And it's not just like the wind, the breeze say so much, but it's the pranic wind of the entire universe. And so Hanuman actually was purified Pran, was his quality. And because that he was Vayu, that he was pure Pran, he was considered a Siddha yogi. Siddha, the word Siddha means essentially supernatural. And so Hanuman had supernatural powers. And we know, like in yoga asana, let's see, I haven't really warmed up, but I'm a Hanuman, Bhakta. And so, of course, I can do the forward splits, Hanuman, right? And so that rendition of Hanuman was jumping over the Indian Ocean from the mainland of India to Sri Lanka now, to rescue Sita, which was Ram's wife, but in mythological terms, Sita was an individual jiva. This is also Hanuman shirt from Mount Madonna, and I'm Hanuman Pujari, so a devotee of Hanuman. And so with the abilities to jump over the ocean and to engage in the conflicts of the world at that time, because really the story is of Ravana, the demon king, which is the universal ego. Hanuman was able to rescue Sita, which is the individual Jeev, our individual soul self, and reunite it with, the transcendent self. And so we have all of these. There's a million, stories, but they're all kind of pointing in the same direction, and that is first to the divine, but to access into those greater powers of the divine, the conscious force. We invoke and enliven our being in such a way that we add pranic energy, we purify the pranic energy, we become stronger and more vital, and then we're able to kind of turn that energetic quality to the transformation of the being, but then that eventually allows for our consciousness to be able to access through multiple planes. I want to read you I felt it was pretty appropriate, just a little thing from Baba Haridas. This is my teacher. And Everyday Peace is the name of this. Everyday Peace. Probably can't read that because it's backwards. Letters for Life. And I just opened it this morning, and I felt I wanted to maybe see, what might show up. And this is what showed up. And this will speak to this whole idea symbolically. A tree is inside a seed in subtle form. So a tree is inside a seed in subtle form. When the seed is sown, the tree comes out in gross form. In the same way, all knowledge is already in our mind, and by doing yoga, this knowledge comes out like a tree from a seed. Just as rich soil in the ground is important for a seed to grow, faith is the ground for yoga to grow. Faith is the real teacher. Faith is the real yoga. And faith is the real attainment. We project our faith onto some person as a teacher and feel that person's love, peace, and wisdom inside of us. Though there are millions of methods of yoga, the aim is one, and that is to make the mind free from thought waves. For making the mind free from thought waves, meditation is the most important practice, etc. And so what Babaji's talking about is there's already this kind of internal quality inside of everything. And so for us, it's our pranic body. And the pranic body allows then for the manifestation of our conscious being, our conscious entity inside of us. And so for today's practice, prana and power, we're going to explore our breath in a unique way, possibly in a way that you may not have explored before in your asana practice. I have so many deep practices that I'm slowly unraveling, and this is one of them. And the technique that I'll just pre-describe is that when we're breathing in our practice, I want us to take full breaths, of course, big inhales. And I want you to pause at the top and then slowly release the breath and pause at the bottom. This practice may feel a little slower. It's likely will be a little slower to give that assimilation time. But then we're going to add breath retention in asana. And this is where, honestly, it can be a little disturbing, frankly. And but through slow, controlled yogic breathing, we're adding pranic energy into the vitality of the subtle body, which is the tree and the seed, if you will, metaphor. And then we're also purifying many regions of not only the subtle body, but the physical body. And so kind of stay tuned here. Stay with me on this. I'm going to leave Hanuman up here. He'll just kind of guide us through our practice a little bit. I'm going to move this onto the side, and we'll just see where this takes us today. So again, thank you for joining. Jai Hanuman. Jai Sitaram. Om Namah Shivaya. So you're probably already in a comfortable seated position. I'll take a comfortable seated position. Elongate the spine, so sit nice and tall here. And begin the full yogic breath. As a reminder, the technique is you expand the belly as you begin the breathing, ribs expand, chest lifts and expands. So full breath. Then begin that pause. There's Vayu, the wind, and then a full breath out. Two days ago, when I was starting my meditation practice, a bear visited the temple. That was an interesting experience. Big bear. Bears are yogis too. Just breathing deeply, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom. Prana and power, the son of the wind, Hanumanji, Siddha yogi, supernatural yogi. So let an intention come in. Chant a couple of Oms to begin our practice, and then we'll get going for sure. And then exhale the breath completely, and then take a nice big inhale. And then another nice big inhale here. Then I want to chant just a really short section of the Hanuman Kavach. And Kavach in Sanskrit means armor. And so this is the protection mantra of Hanuman. And it's invoking protection in the 6 directions. Om Hanuman Purvata Patu Dakshine Pavanatmaja Patu Praticham Rakshognaha Bhattasaga Padagaha. Om Hanuman Purvata Patu Dakshine Pavanatmaja Patu Praticham Rakshognaha Bhattasaga Padagaha. O Hanuman, protect us from the east. Protect us from the direction of the south. Protect us from the direction of the west. Protect us from the direction of the north, and above and below. Thanks you for your patience with me here this morning. These are such vital teachings, I feel. So let's come to a tabletop position here. Make your way to all fours. And then we'll just begin with the practice of beetle asana cat-cow stretches. But we'll include the pausing at the top and the pausing at the bottom of the breath. So add that little feature. Slowing things down. And then take a minute here and just feel free to move organically, circling the hips or doing little barrel rolls with the body, letting the head move. And just stay connected with your breathing though. Allow for that pause also. To really feel the breath. See how it kind of integrates as a piece of experience. Oh yeah. And then coming into a neutral position here. Extend leg behind you, tuck the back toes under on the mat here. A little stretch at the bottom of the foot, the calf and Achilles. Feeling into that. And then float the right leg hip height, the left arm shoulder height. Really stretch the body long here. Inhale, breath. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, really slow, purposeful, pausing at the top of the inhale, bottom of the exhale. One more time. And gently release, and we'll switch. So extend the left leg, toes tuck under. First little warm up of the calf and Achilles, as we know. Feeling into that. And then float the left leg, right arm, reaching. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find your own pacing with your breath and your own movement here. Allow that to be your primary guide. And then back to neutral. Hands go off the mat to the right side. Inhale the breath. And exhale, arcing into the left side body, forehead to or towards the earth. Find the rhythm of your breathing. Slowing everything down. And then gently inhale. Come on up, we'll switch this out to take the hands off the mat to the left side. Same big inhale, exhale, arcing right side body, forehead to or towards the earth. Breathe deep. Pausing at the top and the bottom. And gently come up to neutral. Extend the hands out in front of you long. Right palm turns up. Inhale and exhale, sink. We'll switch this out so left palm turns up. Gently come on up. And then I'm just going to spin around here, extend the right leg out to the right. We've done this a bunch here. Let the hips drift back. Inhale. And exhale, bow here. Breathe deep. Pausing at the top and the bottom. And then gently inhale up to neutral and ground this left hand. Inhale, float the right arm. So nice twist here. Give the wrist a little spin. Again, breathing deep, pausing. And then gently extend this arm really far forward and then sink and ground onto that left elbow. And just kind of wrap the mind into the breathing. And gently release and we'll switch. So extend the left toes forward again. Find that little stretch of the hamstring, hips drift back. Eventually the elbows bend, we ground. Under the forearms. Breathing. Welcome Vayu today. Welcome in. And coming up to neutral ground. Now this right hand in will float the left. A big twist here. Just spin the wrist. Stay with deep breathing. A nice big inhale. Reach as far forward now as you can and just sink the heart here. And then gently float up to neutral position here. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Down dog. Take whatever kind of movement feels good for the body here. That's fine. And take whatever time you need for that. A little wiggle of the hips even. Oh. Breathing deep, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom. And just stay committed to this part of the practice. Hanuman was so devoted to Ram. As Babaji was saying, it's the faith, the devotion. And then let's just meet in child's pose. So release to the knees, hips to the heels, and just relax here. And stay with the breath. And let's just gently meet back up into down dog. So tabletop. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog. Now we'll move with our breath here a little bit, inhaling into high plank, high push-up. And the next, exhale, slowly lift the hips back into down dog. And again, pausing, top of the inhale, bottom of the exhale. Find your here. Slow the movement down. Let the breath be slow and paced. One more. then just very gently walk the feet to the hands in a forward fold. So we know this Uttanasana here. Give the head a little bit of a stir, yes and no. You're grabbing opposite elbows, put a little traction in the spine here. A little movement of the torso. And again, stay threaded to the breath. And then Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Slowly exhale. 2 more on your own. Again, just pausing with your breathing. The slower the breath, the more prana we can build. Just saying. That's how it works. And a little bend in the knees, and when you're ready, send the left leg back into the lunge here. Lengthen here. This is a big long stance. Lengthen from tail to crown. Really ground, big toe mound. Having the hands on the blocks can be helpful here. Again, we'll move with the breath. With an inhale, straighten the front leg. Draw the forward towards the shin. And then exhale, bend front leg knee. And then 2 more times. And then another twist here. So ground the left hand. Take the right hand to the sky initially. Stay deep breathing. Pausing. And then a little bend in the elbow. And then draw the hand to the back of the sacrum. Palm down. And then just open up into the heart. Keep the back of the quad firm. Gaze up. Just notice how you're breathing. Gently release this hand down. We'll meet in high plank, high push up here. Just staying with the breath. And then gently release to the knees here. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Ground, feet, hips. Float the torso. Come on up. Breathe here. And we'll pulse this a couple times. Inhale, breath. Exhale, float down. And we'll float on up. Exhale down. 1 more of these. Float on up. And then tuck the back toes under. We'll meet in down dog. So as the body becomes a little more vital, pulmonary circuit a little more active, heart rate accelerating, we sustain the kumbhak, the suspension of the breathing, top and bottom. And a little bend in the knees. Send now the left foot to the left hand. Here. So again, a nice big long stance. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Chin tucked slightly. Let that elongate the spine and lift the palate. And then with an inhale, straighten the front leg. And then exhale, bend. And again, find your own pacing. 2 more times. developing a presence of mind, right? So key to move slow, take the time, ground this right hand when you're ready. Float the left arm. Stay with the breath, gaze up. And then the left hand to the sacrum, heart opens here. And then gently release to neutral. Back foot steps to the top of the mat at forward fold again. And then bend knees deeply, ribs to thighs here. Call this pumping up the prana. Oval shape with the arms. Inhale, float up halfway, arms open. And exhale, float down. 2 more times. And then inhale all the way up. Reach the hands and arms over the head. A little sway in the body. A little bit of movement in the arms. And just let the body move and feel. Yep. Ooh. And then a nice big inhale. Exhale, the hands behind you, interlace the fingers here. Inhale, extend the front spine, grow tall. Bend the knees generously. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Breathing deep and continuing to pause. And gently release the grip of the hands here. Now we'll send the right leg back into the lunge. And then come on up into Dvajasana Crescent. We know this. Quad is active, back leg. Arms reach. Just breathe here. And capture the right wrist with the left hand and float over to the left here. Breathe. Then inhale, float on up. Exhale, slowly the hands now behind you. Interlace the fingers. Breathing deeply. And at the end of your next exhalation, just gently soften here, release, and step back into high plank, high push up here. Stay with deep breathing. Slowing everything down. And then gently release to the knees, to the belly. Bhujangasana, come on up. Shoulders really pivot away from the earth, shoulder blades onto the back. We're really going to work this. Okay, so stay with me here. Take a nice big inhale. Then exhale, float the torso and the forehead down. And then inhale, come on up and hold the breath in and just wait. So inhale, hold the breath. And then slowly exhale. Hold the breath out. Inhale up, hold the breath in. Exhale, hold the breath out. One more of these. Inhale, float on up. Hold the breath. Exhale, float down. Hold the breath out. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale through high plank, high push up. And exhale, lift hips back into down dog. Nicely done. Staying with it. Deep breathing now. Continue to pause. Notice the effects of the body. And then little bend in the knees and send the right foot to the right hand now. Good, Jason. So float on up here. Reaching. Again, full breath is in, pausing, and full breaths out. Capture left wrist with right hand, float over to the right. Lift the back heel, same time. And come into neutral position. Now float the hands behind you and interlace the fingers. And then gently exhale the breath. Inhale, float arms up. And exhale, float all the way down. Back foot steps to the top of the mat. There's that forward fold again. Reestablish your breathing pattern. And exhale the breath completely. Little bend in the knees, and then just all the way to standing. And they'll float all the way up. Hold the breath in. And exhale gently, hands to prayer at the heart. Take a moment here. Let the palms turn open, hands by your side here. So nice. And then gently here, float the hands and arms shoulder height, eagle arms. So the right arm under the left forms palms, stretching the scapulas away from one another, and then give the head a little bit of a twist, a little turn here, stretching the neck. And then when you're ready, float hands and arms wide like you're hugging a big beach ball. And then switch it out so the left arm under the right forms palms come together. Again, little movement of the head. Oh, nice. And then float hands and arms wide once again. Exhale, then behind you. Once again, interlace. Inhale, extend. Bend the knees gently. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Once again, floating forward, hands and arms over the head. Be real mindful here. And then inhale, gently release the grip of the hands. Flat back here. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Send the legs back into high plank, high push up here. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, gently release to the knees, all the way to the belly. Yogi choice here on this one, cobra or upward facing dog. And we'll hold on to either form. Just breathe deeply. I'm coming into up dog. Chin tucked slightly. Head the arm bones draw back. Heart lifts. Quad active. Core tones. When you're ready, big inhale. And gently exhale, lift the hips back into down dog. And then warrior one, right side, right foot steps, right hand, left heel, pivots down. Again, Virabhadrasana, warrior one. So now we're going to experiment here with breath retention. And so what the move will be, we'll take an inhale here, and then exhale, sweep forward, draw the hands behind you, and hold the breath out. And then inhale up and hold the breath in. And exhale, sweep hands back, hold the breath out. And again, inhale up, hold the breath in. Exhale, sweep forward, hold the breath out. Gently release, breathe. Step back, high plank, high push-up, inhale, breathing. Exhale, 8 points, Ashtanga Prana, hold the breath out. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog. Stabilize the form. Reestablish your breathing pattern. Prana and power. So left foot steps, warrior one. Let's take a minute. Organize the body here. When you're ready, arms float. Just normal breathing. And then when you're ready, nice big inhale here, reach. Exhale, sweep forward, hold the breath out. Hands float behind you. And inhale up, hold the breath in. Exhale, sweep forward, hold the breath out. Inhale, hold the breath in. Exhale, hold the breath out. Then inhale, gently release. Step back into high plank, head push up. Inhale, you're breathing. Exhale, 8 points bowing. Inhale, up dog. Hold the breath in. Exhale, down dog. Reestablish your breathing pattern. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale to the knees. And we'll meet in child's pose. Just relax. Take a moment here. Integration. And then gently we'll meet back into downward facing dog. And then walk the feet to the hands forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, hold the breath. Exhale, hinge. And then inhale all the way to standing, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. So put a little bend in the knees here and then step the left leg back. About 3/4 of a stride, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Hips are squaring off. And so the practice here is exhale retention. And so I'm just going to demo one. So just pause for a moment. It's just a big inhale. Then we exhale slowly. Hold the breath out. Then inhale back up. Then we take a catch breath. We exhale. Then we'll inhale again. And then go down again. We'll do 2 on each side. We'll just start with that, 2 on each side. You can, if you want to grab opposite elbows or different things, that's fine. I'm just gonna put my hands to the waist. Make sure that the front leg knee has just a little micro bend so the front knee is supple. And so take a nice big inhale. And then slowly, gently exhale here, hinging forward, tracking that right hip back. Hold the breath out. Inhale back up. Exhale, catch breath. Then inhale again. Exhale, hinge, folding forward. And hold the breath out. Inhale back up. Hold the breath in this time. So exhale, soften the front leg knee and step the back foot to the top of the mat. And we'll switch the feet. So from here. You ready? Let's big inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Track the outside of that left hip back now. Big toe mount, front foot grounds. Hold the breath out. Inhale back up. Catch breath, exhale. And then again, another big inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Hold the breath out. Inhale back up. Hold the breath in. Then the front leg knee, exhale, step the back foot to the top of the mat. Hands by your side. Just take a moment here and let that integrate. Just notice the pulsing of the prana. And we'll go through a little vinyasa here, and we'll meet in down dog. So let the hands and arms sweep up. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinge, little bend in the knees, step back into high plank, high push-up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, 8 points. Hold the breath out. Inhale, up dog, hold breath in. Exhale, down dog. Nice, you guys. Little bend in the knees, warrior 2, right side. Pivot the left foot down, standing. I'm just going to face you guys, so my left foot's forward, but I'm going to face y'all. Hands and arms shoulder height here. Establish your breathing pattern. And then with an inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn the thumbs to the sky. Triangle pose with the breath held out. So inhale your breathing. Exhale, pivot forward. Tip, hold the breath out. Open heart. Inhale out of it. Exhale, bend the front leg knee. Inhale, catch breath. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, pivot into it. Hold the breath out. Inhale out of it. Then front leg knee, warrior 2. Stay with me here. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Pivot this right foot in. Turn the left foot out. Bend in the front leg knee when you're ready. Warrior 2. Just take a moment. Breathe deeply. And then inhale, straighten the front leg, thumbs to the sky. Breathing. And then take another nice big inhale here. Exhale, pivot forward. Triangle pose. Tipping, hold the breath out. Inhale out of it. Bend front leg knee. Exhale. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, triangle, hold the breath out. Inhale out of it. Exhale, bend front leg knee. Take another nice big inhale here. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, pivot this left foot in. So Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale your breathing. Exhale, hinge. Forward folding. The hands can release, the head can release. Take a moment here. Stack the hips in line with the ankles. You establish your breathing pattern. Let's then inhale, flat back here. And then ground the left hand under the face. And then with an inhale, sweep the right arm up and hold the breath in. And then gently release the arm. Inhale, catch breath. Plant the right hand. Exhale your breathing. And then inhale the left arm up and hold the breath in. And then gently exhale. Do one more each side. Inhale, catch breath. Plant the left hand. And then exhale your breathing. And then inhale, right arm up, hold the breath in. And then gently exhale, planting that right hand. Inhale, catch breath. Exhale. And then when you're ready, inhale, float the left arm, hold the breath in. And then gently exhale. Inhale your breathing, catch breath. Little bend in the knees, exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, flat back to standing. Pivot your top foot and the back leg steps to the top of the mat. Exhale your breathing completely. And then take a big inhale and hold the breath in and just wait. And then gently exhale. Oh. And then gently, when you're ready, forward fold. Down dog. Right leg lifts here. Float the leg behind you, and then up, hip spin open. Bend the knee, track the foot over to the left. Stay with the breath. Then inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, gently release it down. And we'll switch this out. So float the left leg. Send it back. Take the leg higher. Hip naturally spins open. Little bend in that left knee. And then inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, release it down. Inhale your breathing. And then exhale, child's pose. Release to the knees. Gently inhale, come on up. And we'll take a seated position here. Really nice, you guys. Put a little bend in the knees. And then track the right foot above the left knee in a figure four here. And then just set the hips down, maybe scooch the hips a little closer to the heel. And we'll stretch it out. Right hip. Oh, and then gently float the foot over to the left, like so. Ground that foot, and then just lean back and look over to the right. Breathe. And then gently release back up, but then walk this left foot over to the right, and we come to a seated position. It's called Agnishtambasana. We know this as fire log pose. Let the feet be flexed here. You can track the outside of that right hip back, just a scotch like that to ground the sits bone, and then just lengthen the spine here. Some of you that are maybe a little more open in the hips can lean forward, but instead of rounding forward, keep the length in the front spine. And so as you lengthen the front spine, we're engaging the muscles of the back. and that grounds the sits bone. So just a little technique there. It's easy to do that. It's much harder to keep integrity in the spine and sustain the integrity of the stretch in the hip. That's really what yoga practice is about. Integrity. Body, breath, mind, spirit. And then gently let the, release from this, or roll back on the sacrum, unravel as best you can, and we'll switch. So float the left foot above that right knee, hips down. Oh, yeah. Stretch in. Staying with your breathing pattern. Yeah, staying with it. And then release the foot over to the right. Ground it, and then just lean back. So lift the heart here and look over to the left. And then gently we'll come back up and then walk the right foot over to the left. So Abhisthambasana again, far leg pose. Come on up to seated, but then you contract the outside of that left hip back just to scotch, and it'll ground the sits bone, and wherever you are is fine with this. It's a lot for the hips. But again, if you want to lean forward, float the heart forward versus rounding forward. So there's integrity in the spine, there's length, there's more dynamic stretch for the hip that way. You know that. Oh, yeah. And then gently, just enough flow back out of it. Extend the legs. We'll do a little twist here. And so bend the right knee, float the foot over that left leg, hug leg into chest. I begin to kind of work my ribs out of the way, and then hook elbow crease, twisting to the right. So left arm behind you. Reestablish length in the spine. And some of you may want to float this left arm over the right leg, a little more kind of hook it, a little leverage kind of a thing. A little deeper position as the arm straightens and goes to the leg. And then deeper still would be the bind. And so kind of work the shoulder into the knee, then turn the thumb down, and then bend the elbow so you hook the top of the knee, and then that other arm goes behind you, that right arm. Like so, that's how you get into the bind. Yeah. And then gently we'll soften out a twist. Love this counter twist. So we pivot all the way around, rock onto the left hip, come onto the forearms, and just breathe into the belly. And into that. Oh, yeah. And then gently we'll walk the hands back towards the body here to come out of it. Extend the right leg, switch, so for left knee. And then again, I begin to kind of move the ribs out of the way, and then hook, elbow crease to knee sweep, left arm behind you. Reestablish the length in the spine, so engaging the back of the body. And then once again, maybe this right arm floats up and over. Maybe the arm straightens. Stay with the breath. Maybe the bind is there as well. Just breathe in. Oh, yeah. And then gently release the twist here. And again, this Maha counter twist. We float all the way over, forearms ground, and then just breathe into the belly. And it's just medicine for the body, medicine for the kidneys and organ systems. Yeah. And then gently come up to neutral. Here we'll just come into Dandasana to neutralize. So staff pose here. Hands grounded on the shoulders, and then just extend the spine up. Have the arm bones float back. This can be even challenging. Stay with your breath. Hanumanji's guiding us with his faith and devotion. Yeah. And then we'll spin all the way around here. I'm going to spin around. You stay where you are probably, and then just come down onto your backs. So just come all the way onto your backs here. Yeah, just ease it on down. I send the arms over the head long. Just give the body a full body stretch. Love into that for a moment. Oh. And then cactus the arms here so the shoulders are completely supple and relaxed into the earth. And then we can come hugging the knees into the chest, so a little rock side to side, a little massage in the spine that way. And then Viparuchakrani Mudra, we know this is reverse posture seal or legs up the wall. You can use the block under the sacrum, that's advised. I don't have one handy. I'm just going to lift my hips and draw my hands to the low back after I get my shoulder blades underneath me. Chin lifts. So the cervical spine has its natural curve to it as best as we can. And gaze stay straight here, and we'll just hang out for a little while. Invert to convert. And then again, reestablish your breathing pattern. Prana and power. And then gently make your way out of it, whatever's suitable for you to do so. However that works, we'll meet on our backs. Just take a minute. Let the knees stay bent, the feet are flat, so just let the spine slowly return to its origin state. And then a little hug of the knees and the chest, and extend the legs, and we'll do our breathing that we do at the end of class. It's the end of our asana. So exhale the breath completely, and then take a nice big inhale and hold the breath in and just wait. So inhale and hold the breath. And then gently exhale your breathing. And then we'll do one more of these, and I'll cue you to pooch out your belly as we hold the breath. And so exhale your breathing completely, and then take a nice big inhale and hold the breath in. Pooch out your belly. And then gently exhale your breathing. So you're welcome to stay right here and take this into Shavasana or make any adjustments for your comfort for Shavasana for corpse pose. Just gently recognize that you're aware, that there's awareness. And let it sustain in kind of this subtle realm of experience. And gently let the breath lengthen here, a little deeper breathing. Just kind of sustain that quality of awareness as you move the body here. And let the arms extend over the head, a little stretch. And we'll hug of the knees into the chest, and then come to either side. A moment, just rest. And then make your way up to a seated position. Establish your seated meditation position. So for those who are regulars coming to class, we now move on to a portion of pranayama and meditation. The pranayama today is a pranayama that I haven't taught you before. And it's extraordinarily powerful practice. It's called Sahit Kumbhak. Sahit Kumbhak is the name of the practice. Now, first explain it, and then we'll begin the practice. It's first done as Nadi Shodhan, and we know Nadi Shodhan as alternate nostril breathing or nerve cleansing practice. We use the full yogic breath for this practice. So, belly expands, ribs, and then chest expands. But then what happens is we're doing this practice it's called ratio breathing. And it's 1 to 4 to 2. 1 to 4 to 2. So an example is this. We'll inhale, say, for 4 counts, and then hold the breath in for 16 counts. And then exhale for 8 counts. And then inhale 4 counts, hold the breath for 16 counts, and then exhale for 8 counts. And again, it's done as we time our breath with Nadi Shodhan. So I'm going to just give you an example. So this is my right hand. Inhale for 4. And then I plug the nostrils. And then I grab the locks for 16 counts. And then I lift the chin and then exhale for 8 counts. Inhale 4. Plug the nose, grab Willabunda, Jaldharbada. 16 counts. Lift the chin. Exhale for 8. So that's the practice. And that was just one round. So I think we got that. Inhale 4, hold 16, exhale 8. But when we're holding the breath, we plug the nose. We plug the nose. Then Mulabandha is engaged, so the root lock, and then the throat lock is engaged. And then we lift and then exhale. And then what happens is many of you may take your normal inhale may be longer than say that 4-second duration, but maybe the breath retention might not be able to be as long, right? And so then we rush the breath in. So we just, for a second, 16, 8. And this is, this is considered class 3. There's class 2 and class 1. And what you might imagine, say, so class 2 is you inhale for 8, hold the breath for 32, exhale for 16. Class 1 is you inhale for 16, hold the breath for 64 counts, and then exhale for 32 counts. And that's a lot. I say that because you may want to go a little longer. That's fine, or a little shorter. That's fine. Just keep the ratio of 1 to 4 to 2. All right. That's our practice. Sahit Kumbhak. So when you're ready, right hand into Vishnu Mudra. Breathing and begin. You find your own pace. Just continue the practice. And then take whatever time you need, but complete the round that you're on to complete the practice. So feeling the effects of the practice here. Just making any little adjustments to your seated position for comfort. So move into meditation here. The yogis understood that prana and chitta move together. The chitta is your individuated conscious awareness. It has a few different features to it. But for our practice, our meditation practice here this morning, we'll utilize this knowledge, this understanding of the universe to help open us deeper inside. So we'll bring our awareness, ascending it into the third eye chakra, which is behind the frontal lobe. It overlays the pineal gland, as we know. First, just refine that directed awareness internally it's called Agnya chakra. Maybe some internal sensation that begins, and that's ideal. It's fine. If not, that's fine. And then as you inhale, imagine that you can direct the breath into the chakra as you inhale. And you're essentially lifting the prana that's will ride on the breath into the chakra. Again, as you inhale and then as you exhale, let it kind of expand into the head. But as you inhale, pause for a few minutes and then exhale. And boy, does that ever work. The breath is really, really refined here. So, if you will, let the force be released from the breath. And the more subtle and light, both on the inhale and the exhale, the more you can really work with the prana in its refined state versus its gross state. There's different states of prana. And the breath isn't very deep, it's shallow, it's illuminated. Until some of the nadis inside the head and the brain and such are purified, can be uncomfortable internally. No pressure in the head, and that's okay. Let's continue the practice directing prana into the third eye chakra. Prana power. And then add the mantra of Om as you both inhale and exhale on a real subtle level. So the physical body is breathing. That's Anamaya Kosha. The prana is being felt. So let's Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. And then Om is the spirit level, the causal level. Invoking the divine. And then begin to attune your sense of observation, witness, perception to the quality of presence. So it's likely that the mantra subsides rather, maybe even the awareness of the third eye subsides or expands to support that sense of presence and perception. Allowing for the pranic winds to fulfill the capabilities of our being and expand the perceptions and our capacity of knowing. The limitlessness, the paramita. Just let the breath gently lengthen here, just to feel into the being, but allow, though, the sustaining quality of a sense of presence, even as we return into the more physical layer of our awareness. Bringing hands to prayer here at the heart. Reflecting back into your intention, if you will, and allowing it to be held in this kind of rapture of the moment, to the power of prana the power presence. And we'll chant one last little Om here together to complete our sadhana. Just exhale the breath here and then take a big inhale. Om. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your practice, your intentions, your well-being. Namaste. So thank you, friends, for your endurance. A little longer session today, and it feels good to serve that. I feel it's very important to serve our practice in this way, and thank you for allowing me to include Hanumanji into our sadhana and these stories, Shivalaya Temple, and all the great myths and things really support our access into these deeper regions of our conscious being. And so again, thank you, Yash. Shigeko checked in, and Brianne, Tammy, Maggie. Yeah, thanks for checking in, you guys. And more planning is happening for retreats before the summer ends, and so that's absolutely taking place. Still working up here to try and get things in a place where we can expand our practice, and so definitely stay tuned for all that. The venue, or the Venmo thing's helpful, certainly. And please reach out if you have any questions on the practices that we did or any of the things that we're navigating. And Irene, really nice to see you here as well. And a little shout out in the comments. Come and visit me in Shivalaya if you ever want to come and practice live in the morning. Please do. Just come on up. Just let me know. And there's, as you know, there's plenty of space around here for live practice. I encourage that. And private retreats. I've done a couple one-on-one retreats up here. So if you want to spend a few hours with me, that would be wonderful. I'd love that. So all kinds of things are possible. But thanks so much, friends. I know it's getting wild out there on the street. So continue to love, peace, Om, and Namaste. Thank you, Tammy. Shanti. Awesome, Irene. Yeah. Bye, Tammy. Bye, everyone. Om.